Welcome to News 9 Live. I'm Neha Bhan. BJP's record-breaking victory in Gujarat may have exceeded the party's most optimistic expectations. It is the first time in Gujarat's history that a party won more than 150 seats out of 182 and garnered more than 50% of the votes polled. Without a doubt, it is a spectacular triumph of Brand Modi, son of the soil, and the spearhead of the BJP campaign. However, the Modi magic did not work as expected in Himachal Pradesh, which again followed the revolving door tradition with one party giving way to another every 5 years. It is Congress's turn now. Aam Aadmi Party, with all the hype and hoopla, could not reach double digits in Gujarat and drew blank in Himachal Pradesh. Now in the by-elections, ruling parties in states Rajasthan, Odisha and Chhattisgarh retained the seats at stake, whereas in Bihar, BJP won, and in Uttar Pradesh, ruling party managed to win 1 out of 3 seats. So what do the mixed results indicate about the future trend? More specifically, about the 2024 Lok Sabha elections? To discuss this, joining me are my colleagues Brijesh Pandey and Vishnu Shankar. Welcome Brijesh, welcome Vishnu. Well, I'll start with you Brijesh. What a day for the BJP, What do the results for Gujarat show us? Brand Modi is still shining as bright as ever?
Well, it hadn't dimmed, and I would say that the results in the Gujarat were so spectacular that it kind of casted its shadow on the other results. If you look at the fact that BJP has lost Himachal, and out of 7-8 by polls, BJP has managed to win only 2. They lost Khatoli, which is in Uttar Pradesh, and was a prestigious seat for the BJP. They lost that, and they lost yesterday. They lost MCD. But the win in Gujarat is so spectacular, and it has exceeded even the wildest imagination of the BJP itself. I mean, but 2 days back, 3 days back, nobody in the BJP had the guts to imagine it beyond 125. 125, 130 was the maximum. I mean, for public posting, people may say whatever they want on camera, but the reality was that they had reconciled themselves to somewhere around 125. Now, 154 is the biggest victory in Gujarat in an election in which nothing seems to be going in favor of BJP. When I say nothing going to be in the favor of BJP means that there is no wave.
Right.
There's no wave in it. There's a Mobi incident which you would believe that it will go, 100 plus people have died. It will go against the ruling dispensation. Well, they have won the Mobi election. So the result was so spectacular, and the equally spectacular was the kind of drubbing which the Congress received. So this was the most historical performance of the BJP and the biggest historical drubbing which the Congress has received in the state of Gujarat. Last time the worst performance was 33. This time it's 20 plus.
Right. Vishnu, I'll come to you. Do these results also indicate that polarization on communal lines, still appeal to the majority of voters?
Unfortunately, yes. That is one of the takeaways of this campaign, that the othering of some people does bear dividend for some political parties. But it's not just restricted to that. You see, BJP won Gujarat because of many reasons. The prime reason, as Brijesh so eloquently explained, is Brand Modi. But apart from that, they were politically very savvy. I mean, they changed 3 chief ministers during 5 years without batting an eyelid. Consider a situation where Congress was in power. Do you think they could ever have done that? No. They just decided, okay, things are not working for us, change the chief minister. They did that. And in that sense, they always work decisively. Amit Shah set a target of 160 seats this time, and they touched 154. That's credible.
Right. Brijesh, what has been working for the BJP since 1995 in Gujarat? I remember Bala Sahib Thackeray having once said, if Modi goes, Gujarat is gone. Is that what sells for Gujaratis?
Well, I think post 2002, yes. To a large extent, from 2013 and when Prime Minister was declared, when Modi was declared the prime ministerial candidate for the BJP-led NDA, Modi has been the biggest catalyst. You can talk about RSS, you can talk about micromanagement, you can give all kind of philosophical gyan you want to, but the fact of the matter still remains that Modi was the catalyst which has triggered an avalanche of votes and seats for the BJP. For the first time BJP gained an absolute majority. The next time in 2019 it even surpassed its own expectation, won more than 300 plus seats. And wherever BJP has win big, the 90% of the credit goes to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Now if you talk of Gujarat, Despite, as Vishnu sir was saying, that, that they have changed 3 chief ministers, they have completely changed the entire cabinet, but all the top leaders who you'd say they are big leaders of their own respective community, Nitin Patel, etc., they were shown the door, and there was not a murmur of protest. This shows the kind of, the grip Modi has on Gujarat. And post that, look at the kind of work he has put in, 25 rallies in 1 month. More than 20 plus road shows.
Well, this doesn't always work, but this doesn't always work,
See, always means the person becomes God, But if in a political situation, if in the 27th year, you're fighting an election for another 5 years and you are putting in this much of effort and it is showing you this kind of result, I mean, I would on any given day be happy to sit with even 50% of the expectation.
Right. Well, Vishnu, coming to, the biggest question of the day perhaps, what about Congress? What is going on with the party? Great performance in Himachal, sure, but it already was strong in the hill state. So what about Gujarat? In 2017, Congress won 77 seats while BJP 99. What does the drastic meltdown of the party suggest?
I think Congress is, at least the leadership thinks, is in a rebuilding phase. And they have deliberately decided, I think they did, not to campaign and link the Bharat Jodo Yatra with these 2 elections, because had that happened, then the kind of traction that Bharat Jodo Yatra is getting at the moment wouldn't have been possible.
Right.
But yes, Gujarat is going to be a very big challenge for Congress, and with AAP being the 3rd corner in the triangle, Congress's work is cut out. But look at Himachal. Priyanka Gandhi addressed 2 rallies. That was the only time a central leader of consequence went to Himachal to campaign. All of Himachal Pradesh's campaign was organized by the candidates themselves in their local patches. And what happens? They win the election. The question to ask is, does the Congress in states need the high command?
Well, Brijesh, would you say, talking about Bharat Jodo Yatra, would you say that, Bharat Jodo Yatra is helping Rahul Gandhi in his image building? But clearly, it isn't helping Congress to translate into votes.
Well, I have always been saying, though it's not many agree, that it has helped Rahul Gandhi on 2 most crucial and critical things. Rahul Gandhi has always been accused, we have been covering parliament for such a long time. Rahul Gandhi have always been accused of, derelicting his duty. He would run off to some foreign locales at the drop of hat. And him not being consistent is the another fault of his, and people believe that this is the reason why he has not been able to emerge as a serious contender to the throne. This time, for the last 50 plus days, he has been walking, he has been sitting there, he's been talking to people. So he's getting kind of positive press, or more than positive press, he's getting the kind of positive traction on the road, which is very, very essential as far as the electorate politics is concerned. But the real problem is that you cannot, in politics, you cannot just do one thing and then I'll do the second thing after one thing has been completed. You have to do 50 things at the same time, which Rahul Gandhi didn't do. You forget that you are the leader of the party, you are the tallest leader, you talk about democracy, you got an election done, but the real power still vests with you. So until unless either you get off that duplicity of thought in your head, your party is not going to win. I mean, you have won Himachal, but the kind of drubbing Congress has received in Gujarat, it has taken away the sheen. If the Congress would have gotten 50, 55 seats, we would be...
Last year it was 77, so that is...
Last year was a completely different election altogether. It was the first time the BJP tallied dipped to 2 digits instead of
99.
Permanent 3 digit, and Congress gave a very, very good fight to that. But what happened post that? 2017, you got 77, BJP got 99.
Right.
Post that, you have completely deserted and abandoned the state. You never went back to the state. You never went.
And Ahmed Patel also perhaps was the factor.
See, Ahmed Patel was not that big of a factor which got Congress 77. There were several factors at work. Rahul Gandhi was for the first time camping in all the 4 corners of Gujarat. He was visiting temples. He was projecting a soft Hindutva approach. The Rudraksh, the Janeyu, and various things. And he is actually rattled. And also the fact that that the GST was introduced by the central government at that point of time. There was a partidar agitation. So for the first time, the Congress had BJP in its grip, and it narrowly escaped. Also at that point of time, thanks to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So any smart leader would want to build on that capital it had garnered on the state. They allowed it to be frittered away, and this is the result what you are staring at.
Right. Well, Vishnu, your quick word on AAP's performance in Gujarat.
Well, I think they overstretched himself. I tend to believe that had they stuck to Himachal Pradesh, they would have done much better. And because Himachal Pradesh is contiguous to Punjab, it would have been a sense of continuity, because what happens in Punjab impacts Himachal very much. So going to Gujarat and thinking that, okay, this is a state where BJP is very strong, Congress is struggling, and we go in as a third party and try to garner the votes that Congress would have got by presenting a picture of a different kind of party, and all the anti-BJP vote will gravitate towards us. I think when the data is properly analyzed, they would find out that yes, they ate into Congress's votes, but not to the level they had expected. And I also think they overstretched themselves by promising the moon. Kejriwal went to the extent of writing on a paper saying कि इस बार BJP की आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी, without really realizing that they were dealing with a guy called Narendra Modi, who had invested so much effort in Gujarat that is obviously not possible for every prime minister, but he did it and he got the result that he wanted to.
Right.
AAP will struggle in Gujarat for some more time. If it can only succeed in Gujarat if Congress completely gives up, but I don't think that is going to happen.
Okay. Well, shifting our focus to Himachal Pradesh now, Brijesh, voters in Himachal Pradesh preferred Congress. Why did the Modi mantra not work there?
See, there are two ways to look at it. First is that if you go by the poll percentage, the difference of percentage in votes polled by both parties is 1%. So 43 Congress, 42 BJP. So the difference is not huge.
Okay.
And the second part is that, you know, the Bharatiya Janata Party was grappling big time with the rebels. I think more than the Congress, it was the rebels which were posing the biggest challenge the BJP faced. If you remember, at that point of time, there was a video which gained a lot of traction, in which a rebel candidate received a call from Prime Minister himself, where he's asking him to sit down for the ruling candidate and how he has taken care of his existence and so on and so forth. The rebels and the fact that, you know, all was not well within the BJP leadership was the result, was the reason why the Congress has been able to win Himachal Pradesh. The Congress, I mean, you know, the biggest reason I would say is the rebel factor, and then secondly,
are you saying it's a win by chance?
I won't say win by chance, because, you know, it happens. It happens in almost every election. You know, most of the time, if you analyze yesterday's MCD election, you know, the reason why the Aam Aadmi Party's good win couldn't translate into a historic win was because there were certain pockets in which, you know, they've taken votes of a particular community for granted. This time, that particular community voted for Congress instead of voting for Aam Aadmi Party. So there are times, you know, these small things, you know, it just torpedoes your chances of from being, say, 135 to 170. This torpedoes that. So that is exactly what has happened with the BJP in Himachal Pradesh. And as many people say that mercifully, as Vishnu sir was saying, that mercifully not many central leaders went there, so there was less chances of faux pas and all.
All right. Well, finally, Vishnu, before I wrap it up, is the opposition's dream of defeating Modi far from taking shape?
Well, if you look at the Gujarat result, then I think it's fantastically sets up to 2024 for BJP. Now, but the challenges are there. There is going to be Karnataka next year, and then Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan. Those will be challenges. Madhya Pradesh is a big challenge. Rajasthan a little less maybe. But these are the elections that BJP must win to keep the momentum going.
Well, at the end, all the three parties had their way. You know, AAP in MCD, Congress in Himachal, and of course BJP in Gujarat. I'll wrap up on that note. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me.